Aloha, aloha, aloha. Specifically, a beautiful aloha to all the haters who thought that Chelsea were done out here in these streets. We are back, we are back, we are back, man. So, guys, man, let's just tell you a little bit of what's going to be happening on this show. Let's show you what's going to be happening, man. So, we're going to be talking about Lewandowski. Your boy turned up into training, but he wasn't exactly as 100% committed as we would have liked. And we're going to talk about, the whole Lewandowski thing and a pretty in-depth report towards his first training session. There he is. There's your boy, Sterling, man. He looks good in blue. Your boy, Sterling, looks good in blue. Officially a Chelsea player, joining your boys in LA, big city of freaking dreams, man. We're going to talk about the whole Sterling thing now that it's fully official. They keep coming. Todd Boehly keeps coming, man. Koulibaly, he's also a blue. He's also a Chelsea player. And I think the medical is going to take place tomorrow. And it's going to be joining the team in the LA. We're going to talk about how Koulibaly can help to improve that freaking team. And then, a dear friend. They say Real Madrid, they're putting him out. Well, they said that they're going to listen to offers. That they will listen to offers. So there is a possibility, not that it's going to happen, but there is a strong possibility that your boy Eden Hazard, the Garden of Eden, could be leaving this summer from Real Madrid. And I've said again, I would definitely take it. We're going to try and dissect that and talk about that. So again, I've got a quality crew with me, which we might be expecting one or two more people. So your boy Eric, where's that camera? Where's oh yeah, there it is. Your boy Eric, aloha, and of course, the Bayern expert himself, Mr. Hokage, doing his thing, coming in through, man. So, remember, guys, like the vid. If you're new, feel free to subscribe. This is the home of worldwide global footballing content and analysis. And, we're trying to give you that best 100% quality analysis of that piece. And we're obviously joined by your boy, Osasuna, up that piece. Osasuna, where's that cam? Where's that cam? Okay, I think he will be coming soon now. So yeah, so guys,
give me a check.
All right, cool. Subscribe if you're new, like the vid, and remember, feel free to send in those super chats, those donations, help to make this channel what it is, and could help it with a hair transplant I may do when I go to Turkey very, very soon indeed, man. Although this bald thing is doing fine. I mean, it's hot, so this bald head might actually be a plus. So look, man, let's start with the big one itself, man. Let's start with the big one itself. Let me get my stream marker, man. This is a weird one. This is a strange one, man. Lewandowski at training. So look, I didn't think he'd go on strike. I just didn't believe that he would actually go ahead 100% fully with the whole strike action, specifically when you have a guy like Oliver Kahn breathing down your neck. But I was curious as to what would his behavior be, what would his mannerism be. Would it be professional? It is what it is. Let me just act like everything is fine until maybe a deal happens. Or is it going to be a bit weird? And our worst fears were realized. Let's keep it real. Our worst fears for what this guy was going to do was fully realized. And I'm going to try and maybe give you a breakdown of what he was like during training, man. Because again, there we go. I think we have it here with me. Beautiful. So we'll try and break this down, and I'm sure Poy will be able to add some more stuff that we may miss. So this is from Bayern and Germany. I think this is a pretty good thing inside. So this is via Bild. Bild describes Robert Lewandowski's first training with the team today. The poll puts in a listless session. His body language was clearly showing that he wants to leave. Firstly, he arrived late to the meeting point, then was the last to appear on the pitch. Wow. Lewandowski was the last to start all training exercises. He completed them, but never with 100% commitment. He hardly spoke with his teammates. Only Leon Goretzka often spoke to Lewandowski today, and Jamal Musiala engaged with him in some jokes. There was no conversation with Nagelsmann either. When the coach gave his speech to the team, Lewandowski looked uninterested, stood on the outside, and often looked away. During the practice match, Lewandowski was in the 80. He didn't properly go for the ball and didn't score. After his team lost, all players in the losing team had to do push-ups as a sort of punishment. Lewandowski did not. At 12:16, the training was over. Just 22 minutes later, Lewandowski left the training facilities. So when you look at that, man, that definitely looks like a guy who is really not interested to be around. And here's the thing, because I want to Hoka gets really go on this, but this is just my view on this whole thing. Because this is what I said before when this whole thing kicked off right now. It doesn't matter how good you are, how amazing you are. Once a player isn't 100% committed, I don't want him in my dressing room. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're not fully committed and you want to leave and you have no desire to be here, I don't want you as my team. This is high-level football at the highest level. You need guys that are fully 100,000% committed, and this guy clearly isn't. But here's the real thing. Bayern are like, no, we're standing our ground. 60 million euros, it is what it is. We're not one couple less, 60 million euros. That's all good. But Bayern, you have to now face the reality. Nagelsmann is a young coach. Nagelsmann is younger than Lewandowski. Lewandowski is the best player to Bayern. Lewandowski is one of the best players in the world. You are now putting Nagelsmann in a very difficult situation by having this stance. That's the reality. And my thing is that, see, Lewandowski, you're under contract. You're under contract. You can jump up and down and everything. You can't force Bayern to sell you. Because you are under contract, you're required to play, you're required to do everything. But here's where it gets tricky. Yes, you're under contract, you're required to play. You don't have to play well. You don't have to try. And if you don't play well or you don't try, you're on the bench. Now for Lewandowski, you could be, okay, that's cool, that's fine. But here's the real thing. So I was just browsing through YouTube and, just going through, because I was like ESPN FC, and I just said, oh, Sadio Mane's first day at Bayern Munich. I was like, okay, this is cool. So I just watched the whole thing. And as I was watching, I was like, man, like the life of a pro player must be pretty cool, man. Just looking at just like the different facilities and everything. And obviously, because, there's this lady who's always like at the band bench. She was showing money around. So the dining area, the facilities, and you just saw how he was greeting other players, joking with other players, getting to know guys, sharing jokes, and was cordial, met Nagelsmann's team. You people have to understand that it's not just about football. Running a successful team isn't just about what happens on the pitch. Success begins off the pitch. It's about harmony. It's about togetherness. It's about chemistry. It's about creating a family. Ask any team. That Real Madrid team, a three-peat, it wasn't about what was on the pitch. It was what was off the pitch. How they got along. How they were able to connect with one another. If you have a bad apple and the guy who is bringing a negative kind of energy around it, it can affect the team. We are human beings. And as human beings, our states of mind affects how we do anything. If you're unhappy, if you're angry, if you're distressed, it will affect performance in anything. So my bottom line here is that this is the situation we have. Bayern are not going to budge. They won't budge. And Bayern are not the kind of guys who be like, oh, he's creating a tough scenario. Okay, boom. So I feel that the guy who's in the worst situation is Nagelsmann, because if Barca don't give Bayern exactly what they want, because specifically with how Lewandowski has acted now, Bayern are going to triple down and say, we are not good. No installments, no payments. You pay us upfront every single penny right now. If not, if he has to stay on the bench, he stays on the freaking bench. And that's just how I think it's going to happen. So unless Barca come up with that money, Lewandowski will stay, and you could have a very weird, awkward year for Nagelsmann and for Bayern. Hokage, talk to me, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, there was also one thing. Mane and Lewandowski were imaged like talking to each other for like 20 minutes, and I want to know what Mane was saying to him. Was Mane saying, hey, come on, like put a smile on that face, come play with me. I love you so much. Like, be happy. What's wrong? Yeah. But I don't know. I just, the thing is, I kind of expected this from the first training, because as much as I think, he's unhappy being there and he wants to go, I feel like it's also kind of Lewandowski's like not expecting him, because these guys are humans. Like he doesn't know what the reaction he's gonna get going into that dressing room, even though he's been in that dressing room for 8 years. The things he said, anyone. It's like when you snap at your mom and you leave the home, and then like you come back 3 hours later and you're like, oh like crap. It's like all quiet and awkward. And I think that's how this first session kind of was. Also, that kind of plays into it for Lewandowski. Like, I don't know. I feel like he was uncomfortable and he was expecting like something worse because they had a second.
It's so funny when you just say that because I'm just looking at Neuer's face and Lewandowski's face because I see like someone like Musiala, he's young. So he's like, hey, whatever. But no, you're like Bayern through and through. You're like a legacy guy. You're Germany captain. You're the Bayern guy. So for him, he's like, bro, you just came out and publicly insulted Bayern Munich, something that I'm the face of. So I'm sure for Neuer and Lewandowski, it would be super frosty between them.
Yeah, that. And then but they did have a second training session where they were working on Nagelsmann's pressing tactics. And apparently he was a lot more chatty. You know, he was actually smiling and stuff in that one. So that's why I get the sense that maybe that first one was just awkward for him and like just awkward for the team because, you know, you don't know how the vibes are because they're away from each other for like, I think a little over a month. And he said a bunch of stuff in that month. So, you know, I think I agree with our board not budging with the price because they still owe us, one, the price, two, it being in one installment because the reason why they're hesitant is because they still owe us $1 million for the Vidal deal. They still owe us $1 million from like freaking what was that 3 years ago. So I agree with them on that. I think 50 million was a good price. I know they bumped it up to 60, but I think 60 is just too much. I get like Lewandowski still. I believe he's still in his prime and he still has like maybe 2 to 3 more good seasons in him. But like, come on, 60 million for a 34-year-old, that's a little steep. So I kind of feel bad for Barca in that respect. But I think we'll give in and take the 50 million because like, even if you think about just our squad, so if we keep Lewandowski, we have Lewandowski, Müller, Musiala, Sane, Coman, Gnabry, Mane, and some other youngsters that Nagelsmann is going to try to get in. Also, we're going after this youngster Matthias Tell from Rennes in France. It seems like we're going to get him. That's 8 players to share 4 or 5 attacking spots.
Don't you have Sabitzer as
well? I know competition is good, right? But that's too much. Like 8 players, 9 players, like big established players. Like Musiala is established now. Mane and all these guys are on big money. So like it kind of even just makes sense for Lewandowski to go to leave space for other people. You know what I mean? So we'll see how this turns out. I mean, the window doesn't end for like another month and a half. So yeah, I mean, I expect him to leave. I think it's better for him to leave. Even I don't know. It's just bound to happen because even his wife on Instagram, she was doing a little Q&A because she's kind of a little popular too. And someone asked, when are you going to Barcelona? She was like, oh, I'm waiting to know too. Like, when am I getting the green light to live their Spanish dream, their freaking Spanish dream? I don't know why they're obsessing over freaking Spain, but yeah, that's what it is.
Eric, how do you see this whole Lewandowski thing, man? You know?
Yeah, I think Okagi put it perfectly. You got a spot on. It's just an awkward thing at the start. After it reminds me of when Harry Kane said he's leaving, said goodbye to everybody, and then he's still there. And he has to greet the guys he said goodbye to. Oh, good morning. I know I said I was leaving, but apparently I'm staying. Oh well. Yeah, it's just a bit weird, It's very interesting that Lewandowski has decided to be so unprofessional. He normally is professional, right? That's one of his biggest things. So it must have been something very serious for him to be so determined to behave the way he's behaving. But who knows? Maybe he might change his mind. Maybe he might just decide, you know what? I'll just bide my time, run down my contracts, and then I can leave on the free, So who knows? For me, it's in his best interest to do his best, so that people won't say anything bad about him. When he eventually leaves, nobody has anything. The Bayern fans can't complain that he down tools, and anybody else looking from the outside won't say that this is, bad egg who can come and, ruin someone's plans, the manager's tactics, the dressing room, things like this. So,
well, I mean, this is happening only because he wants to leave, though. So it's not a case of like, oh my gosh, if you have Lewandowski, he'll mess up with your team. He's just doing this because he wants to leave this.
Yeah, of course,
situation.
But then it goes back to why exactly he wants to leave. What is the big reason? What was so bad that was done to him by the club for someone who has been there for so long? For him to just say, you know what, I'm gonna be unprofessional. I'm gonna turn up late. It's very interesting. So you can see it's not just from Neuer. Look at the other players' faces; they don't look comfortable. It's just an awkward situation for everybody. When a player so high profile decides that, you know what, I have problems with the club, I have problems with the board. It doesn't look good for everybody. So we'll see how it goes, though. But I'm sure Mane doesn't care too much. He just arrived, so
No. He's
yeah.
coming in through, man.
Yeah,
But for
and
me to
another
be, yeah, sorry.
Go ahead, Eric. Eric, go ahead.
Yeah, so just to conclude this thing about Lewandowski, it's just weird. Like you were saying, Hokage. I don't know why he's so obsessed with Barcelona. What's the big deal? I don't get it.
No, but see, please, but again, I think Hogan just mentioned something. You don't know what conversations you have with your wife, and if his wife just says, you know what, I really want to go to Spain. So if they say, okay, it's okay, I'm pissed off with Bayern, I want to leave and so forth, and we'll just think, okay, so Barca, Real, and they're like, no, I actually really like Spain. Maybe they went to Spain one time, and maybe because that's comments of like, oh, when are you guys going to come to Barcelona? I want to know too. Maybe they've had a convo that's no, we really want to go to Spain, and they're making plans of really moving their family life to Spain. So rather than it's being a footballing thing, maybe it's much more of a family thing pushed by his wife.
She's obsessed with Spain. Like it's a total obsession. Like, and I kind of understand. Like she's lived in Poland and in Munich basically her whole life. Not exactly like a Spanish like heat or climate. So I kind of get it, right? But yeah. Another thing I want to add is I think the reason why Bayern are being so and why today would be a little bit of a worry is that I think they're banking on, okay, if we don't get the money, we keep Lewandowski for the year. And I think like Eric made the point, Lewandowski's always been professional. Like he's always been one of the most out-and-out professional players. And even it's not like he showed up and the tests, his physicals and everything showed that he's like in the best, he's in peak condition still. Mm-hmm. So, but I think the thing Bayern are banking on is that he would keep that professionalism. And if he didn't leave, sure, okay, maybe the first month he's getting back into it. And then you'll see, okay, wow, Mane's here. Like we're getting to Lick and all these guys, like the team looking good. And he'll be professional and finish the last season strong. But, after seeing today, like that's like a big thing to do, like a disrespectful thing to do when your team loses and you do like the punishment push-ups or whatever it is, not do it. And it's like, it's perfectly plays into what you were saying too about Nagelsmann being a young coach. Listen, if I was Jupp Heynckes or Hansi Flick, he's doing those push-ups. You know what I mean?
For sure.
He's doing those
for me, and that's why that's because before I come to Suna, that is the biggest issue, because the biggest issue is Nagelsmann. It's like when like Nagelsmann is giving his thing and Lewandowski is not there, because not only are you younger than Lewandowski, but Lewandowski is a big huge star and you're a manager who is just really on the come up. So I don't see a scenario where Nagelsmann can sort of start berating Lewandowski and so forth. It'll be very difficult because you're younger than him, you're young yourself, and you're just starting out. So you're putting a Nagelsmann in a very, very difficult situation because the manager has to be king. He has to be king, and he has to have and hold the attention and respect of the entire dressing room. So, Osuna, talk to me, man.
The Lewandowski situation is really just, I would say to Bayern, let him go. It seems, I know it's also awkwardness, but it really does seem like his mind is still in Barcelona. And when you have a manager like Nagelsmann managing a team like Bayern, like I always said, this guy is getting sacked in 3 years maximum. Like he has 3 years maximum at the club. I don't think it will work out. You can't just have a 34-year-old, 35-year-old managing Bayern Munich. It's just not going to work. And Lewandowski only makes that more difficult because he is one of the older players, and it seems that he is a bit, how do you say, disjointed from the team. Always, even on the pitch when they play, it seems he's a bit disconnected from the team. And now with this, what happened in the summer, he's probably off the pitch, also disconnected from the team. And I don't know if Nagelsmann has had to deal with this kind of situation before. How is he going to do it, right? He's going to have to come up with something on the fly, which almost never works. So if Lewandowski stays, it could just be something of a disaster season for Bayern, I say. I know he's a professional, but even a professional whose mind is somewhere else, that's not the same player. And when you have a guy who was already disconnected and was only a lot of the goals he scored were things he did on his own. At least from when I was watching it at Bayern in the Champions League, it wasn't something of the team makes a great movement and then they do a nice cross for him to finish or a cutback. It was a lot. If you look at even that Villarreal goal, he pretty much scored that by himself. So I think Bayern's biggest problem now is they had a player who was already not working well. And yes, we can all talk about awkwardness. And in the first, of course, it will be awkward. I agree. And yes, the second training session might have been a bit more relaxed. But I still think this is a player that doesn't want to be here anymore. And Barca are playing this very smart because they're making all the signings that are not Lewandowski, because Lewandowski is the one they know he wants to come to Barca. He is desperate to go to Barca. So they're like, okay, well, we don't have to focus on this right now since we know he's coming. We know he wants to come. And so we are still going to make different moves. And that's why.
But they have to pay the money, though. That's the thing. They have to pay the money. Like, I mean,
that's why they're trying to sell De Jong. The De Jong thing is
because they have to come up with that 60 million. Because for me, I don't think Bayern are going to budge. There's no way that, and because that's where I disagree with Hokage. Like, I don't think Bayern are going to compromise. Where they say, okay, 50 million. I think because of how Lewandowski has acted and how he's operated, Bayern are going to double down and be like, no, we're going to be really stubborn and say 60 million, nothing, no installments, no critical.
I think they will
money up front.
I think in the end they are going to cave. Because
Bayern.
They're not Bayern.
No, I don't see that happening. No way. I mean, but look, you could be right, but I'd be shocked. I'd be very surprised if they cave. I'd be very surprised. You know, I'd be very surprised if they could. Oh no, I think Osasuna is stuck. I think it's frozen. Basically, no, I'd be very surprised if they caved in, man. Very surprised. But we'll see what happens, man. All right, let me get some debates, man. I mean, also, if you're there, man, maybe come out and come back in, bro. You're stuck.
Yeah, I'm back. Do you see me?
Okay, yeah, you're back. You're back. Okay, cool. So, okay, so you think Bayern will cave in eventually?
Yeah, because I don't think they're stupid enough to. They know when a player is unhappy that you don't keep it. Like they're a smart enough club. I know they've done some questionable things in the last couple of years, but they're smart enough to know this is not a situation that's going to work out for the next season.
All right, so let me take some debates. Shout out to your boy Patrick. Hazard ain't leaving Madrid due to his wages. We're going to talk about that. Patrick, relax. We're going to talk about because I'm going to make a play. I'm going to make a play for Hazard that I'm sure Eric will appreciate, man. Sebastian, Lewandowski gone on Saturday. Gnabry extending, rejecting CFC. Gone on Saturday? Nah. Wait, so I mean, do we know whether there's any moves on this on Barca coming up with the money? Like what's because from what I've been reading, I think Barca are still trying to figure out and negotiate and so forth. Because so the final fee is 60 million, isn't it? 60 million euros.
Which is crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
No, of course it is. No, but they're doing it because of how if Lewandowski didn't act the way he did, they come up with a compromise. You see, I swear to you, if Lewandowski came and said, guys, look, man, I think it is what it is. I want to move on and everything. I'm happy with who I am, but I'd like to go and I want you guys to get some good money for me rather than me leave for free next year. 100% they negotiate. Bayern are only being hardballed, not because of the valuation, but because of how Lewandowski has acted. Say, okay, if you're going to go, we're going to make it as difficult as possible for you. That's my thinking.
Wait, isn't that why he said the things that he said? Because the club wasn't letting him go for the compromise?
No, from what I gather, I think it went with him wanting a new contract and how they were twerking for Haaland. And then once they failed to get Haaland, he was like, "Oh, I felt disrespectful and everything, blah 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 blah." So I think it's much more of a personal thing and so forth. And then he then was like, "Okay, I want to go." Shout out to your boy Michael Buffer. Thank you for the dog, Michael. Roberts wanted a new contract. There we go. Wanted a new contract. Bayern delayed because they wanted Haaland behind his back. Lewandowski found out, and when Haaland signed for City, Bayern then tried to sign Levy on a new contract, but then it was too late. Do you agree with Lewandowski's beef there? If this is true, do you agree that okay, that's messed up and You see, for me, even if this is true, you're under contract. Like you're under contract. So even if people have said, okay, you acted badly, you acted in a bad way, ethically or morally, you're under contract. Now, here's the thing though. You can purposefully play badly or not try. Then you get dropped. So that is down to you. You can be like, you've treated me so badly, I'm not even going to try. Fair enough, but you are under contract. And Bayern are under no obligation to live, which is why this is such a difficult deal to make, because this isn't Leeds. Leeds and Rafinha were on very good terms. And Leeds were like, we appreciate what you've done so much. We're on good terms. We'll work something out. This ban and thing with like Salihamidzic and Khan with Lewandowski, that has totally broken down. So they're like, okay, you've come out, berated us, said all these things. We're going to make this thing as difficult as possible for you, as like a final FU if you do go.
They didn't even offer him that contract anyway. They didn't even offer him anything. I think when Haaland signed, that was the plan, that they were going to go, okay, Lewandowski, let's sign. We'll give you your 3 years. But then he had those couple of interviews in that week that pissed a lot of people off. And then, he's been just trying to burn bridges.
No, but I think... Sorry, go for it. Yeah, Eric.
Yeah, for me, it's a difficult one because you can criticize Bayern, especially when you see how good Lewandowski is. He doesn't look like he's slowing down. But then at the same time, Bayern are just trying to look out for the future of the club. They're trying to plan for the future. Holland would be a signing for the future. It's not as if you sign Holland and then Lewandowski gets benched, right? So even if that was the plan, I wouldn't be so upset.
But see, Eric, that's what I can't see both of you, because for Bayern, you were being arrogant. In Bayern's arrogance, every Dortmund player joins Bayern. Of course they do. But what they didn't factor in is Alf Inge Haaland, Erling Haaland's father, and his ties to Man City, and how he's grown up being close to Man City and Pep Guardiola. So with their assumption and arrogance, they were like, bro, Man City's package with Pep, Haaland's father, and so forth, that is much, and the Premier League, that's much more attractive for Erling Haaland than just, hey, every Dortmund player goes to Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I don't think it's I can't hold it against Lewandowski, the way he behaved. In terms of the unprofessionalism, fair enough, but in terms of him being upset, I completely understand. It makes sense.
So you say he was right to publicly say that love is gone, blah blah.
Maybe that doesn't sound the best way. Maybe that's a little bit unprofessional as well. But I would definitely be upset if I was in his position, And yes, you have to try to do your job and everything. But like, if I was him, I would try to leave as well.
Oh no. Yeah, like if I was him in his position, I would want to leave. What tactics would I do? I'm not sure. It's very easy to be like, okay, I'll be professional. I don't know, because I don't know how. If let's say you felt really hot and really aggrieved, I don't know how I would do. Maybe I would actually be stingy and be grumpy. Who knows? All right, so look, man, let's now talk about let's just talk about those real guys, man. Guys, remember, guys, please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Let's get to 300 likes, guys. Let us get to 300 likes. Please hit that like button, guys. Thank you, guys. Hit that like button. So, he is finally here. Your boy is finally here. Well, he isn't the Ra I wanted, but he's still the Ra I'll accept. He's still the Ra I accept.
The better Ra, the better one, yeah.
The more effective one. I'll give it that.
Eric Romano, relax.
He's better, yeah.
Oh, look, here's my
thing.
He is. Sterling is here. And as I said throughout this whole thing, he is an upgrade. Chelsea have gotten better. Chelsea have improved. And when you look at whether it's through Mount, through Werner, through Pulisic, through Havertz, through Ziyech, and so forth, I think Sterling is going to raise the level of that attack. And my thing with Sterling is this. As I talk about Sterling, I think this is something that's going to be good for him. I think something that messed him up against Lyon. And I feel that when something like that happens to you, you need a reset in your brain. And a mini reset with the Euros. Sterling was amazing at the Euros. He was in the team of the tournament. New environments, new players, and so forth, the new smell, new everything. And what Chelsea represents, this is new. This is start anew. renovates, reinvigorates, and maybe this is just what he needs in his career right now. So for me, I'm like, here's the thing. It may not be a player that I rate very highly in and of itself. Okay, he's not like this is like a Neymar or so forth. Sterling can be very effective, and this is about winning games. This is about getting points, and it's about doing the right things on the pitch. It's like Thomas Muller isn't going to win the eye test award or so forth, but what Thomas Muller is that he will help you win you a game. He's very effective. So I think that we just look at that attack in terms of, because my thing is that this is almost a better version of that clown Timo Werner, because he has the speed, he has the acceleration, he's direct, but he's a far better finisher. He's far more intelligent, has a far better footballing brain. So those positions that clown ends up in messing up Timo Werner, Sterling can be in those positions, and there's a higher chance of him putting the ball away than not. So I'm like, look, man, let's roll. And here's the key thing. If Tuchel has earmarked that I want this guy, this is a guy that I want. So this isn't a club signing, this is a guy that I've earmarked and I wanted, then at least that gives me a lot much more faith. So my thing, I'm just looking to see how does he help that team. But make no mistake, we look at where Chelsea's attack is. You can't, of course, you do dream of Neymar, the best guys, and so forth, but baby steps. You need baby steps. This is a step in the right direction. And now it's like, okay, Sterling is here. Who else do we have? Eric, talk to me about Sterling, Raheem, the dream.
Okay. I'm just gonna start by saying I'm gonna be very unpleasant.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
And yeah. So if you're not a Chelsea fan and if you're a hater, just get ready. Okay, so
No. Okay, no, Eric, please don't say treble loading or anything, because guys
No,
can
no,
get
no.
clips. Please, thank you.
No, it's fine. It's okay. It's all right. We're still, the window isn't over yet, right? It's not
It's still
done
open,
yet.
still very open.
September? Yeah, okay, cool. We still have till September. Look, Sterling is a player I rate highly. Honestly, I'm not I don't prioritize the eye test over everything else. You said Sterling is more effective. For me, 9 times out of 10, maybe 10 times out of 10, the most effective players are the best players. That's just how it is. That's the truth. So for me, you can't even compare Sterling with the guy you call Ra. Like, that guy is just he's a imposter. He's an imposter. He's not the real deal. He hasn't won a trophy before. He hasn't won a league title. So I cannot put this guy in the same planet as Raheem Sterling.
Easy.
That's disrespectful. No, it's the truth.
That's facts.
It's true. So Raheem Sterling knows how to win trophies, okay? This is a big boy signing. This is a signing of intent. I'm not saying any big things are going to happen, nothing amazing. But we're building, we're rebuilding. We're trying to maintain what we did last season at the very least. So let's just start off with that and say, you know what? Sterling is a pretty good signing. And for everybody who rates Sterling like me, you understand. And even if you don't rate Sterling that highly, you know that it's a quality signing. He's a quality player.
Okay, but Eric, let's be fully honest here. Again, look, if Chelsea signed 2019 Sterling, wow. Because I believe that guy was amongst the best players in the world. Based on form and how good he was playing, forget about it, just based on form, he was one of the best players in the world. So for me, if they were signing that guy was outstanding. He was superb. He was a critical reason why City won that league title. And he almost scored a hat-trick in that game against Tottenham in the UCL. He's not 2019. So my question is, how much has he dropped off? How much has he declined? Or could it be a case of where maybe that's messed him up for Man City and in that situation, but under Tuchel, a new situation, we can now maybe get 2019 Sterling or Euro Sterling?
Yeah, it's a difficult one. I think his performances have declined, but he hasn't declined in general. Like, he, as a player, in terms of his quality, he hasn't declined. He just needs to get a boost, some kind of revitalization, and maybe this move is what will do it for him. But in terms of what he's able to do, I mean, it's a huge upgrade. There's nobody in the team you can compare him with. Timo Werner, I mean, he doesn't even look up. His head is down. How can you know how to do the right thing when your head is on the floor?
Timo Werner is trash. The guy's trash.
Like, you can't even compare. Even Pulisic, who is a better footballer, right, than Werner, his head is also down. he doesn't look up enough. The quality isn't there when it really matters. So, and the best time he had was under Lampard, which I don't know. That says a lot. I don't know. Maybe it gives a better idea of the situation. But maybe part of that was because Lampard wanted him to play a specific way, and it just works out in that season. But you have a player from like Sterling who has, he has the speed you mentioned, he has the dribbling, he can dribble. He's not amazing, like he's not Neymar.
But dribbling isn't really his thing.
No, but he can dribble. He can find space and he can dribble. So he has the movements, he has the speed, he has the intelligence, and his finishing is probably the best in our team right now among our attacking players. That's the truth. So
okay, but is Sterling the kind of a signing who can play a critical part for Chelsea, potentially going for a title run?
yeah, I think of what he does for England and what he's been doing for England, and he might be able to get that similar effect for Chelsea, and that is the hope. We hope that he can do
That's the
something
hope.
similar. Yeah, and I believe that he can. I truly believe, especially since Tuchel really, really wanted him. I'm hoping that we get the players to really, get the most out of what Tuchel is trying to do, the system. So that is what I'm hoping for, something that can really get the best out of our players. And who knows, the selling might, for Chelsea might be similar to the selling for City in the effectiveness side, but maybe he'll, he'll have more flair, maybe he'll do more things. I don't know, but I'm very excited to see what happens with Sterling. I think Sterling is a really, really good signing, and I rate him highly, as you can tell. So, and then the Koulibaly thing, I only just found out that's not even that long ago. I think I found out late.
We'll get it.
It's like 5 hours or something.
We'll get it. Save the Koulibaly thing. Okay, talks to me Sterling. I mean, from the outside in, honestly speaking, keep it real, no BS. How do you rate him in 2022, and how good of a signing is this for Chelsea? Just give me from a purely footballing analytical point of view.
I rate Sterling. I think this is a great signing for Chelsea. I was shocked to find out this guy is still only 27. I didn't realize that Liverpool.
He was very young.
Super young. Yeah, exactly.
Very young.
You're getting a guy who's 27. He's Premier League. No one can argue against this. He's Premier League proven. No one can say anything against that. So in my opinion, you're signing a Premier League proven winger / inside forward. He's had great goal scoring seasons under Pep. You're dodging a bullet in Rafinha. Yeah, I think you're even spending less money on Sterling than you would have on Rafinha, right? A little bit less.
Yeah. I'm
telling you, you dodged a huge bullet in Rafinha. I think Barca fans don't get. He might be Ferran Torres 2.0. I'm telling you, dude. Sketch. He's sketch. HH, you can't tell me. Rafinha, I get it. Dribbling. Wow, dribbling. You could do scissors and you could beat guys and you have a Brazilian flag on your passport or however you get in England. No goal. You barely score goals and you barely get assists or anything. There's no effectiveness. And I think the problem with that is I like ballers, right? But in Chelsea's scenario, when you have an attack with Werner, when you have an attack with Mount, Conor Gallagher's coming in. Who knows what Conor?
No, he's not. No, he's not. Conor Gallagher isn't coming in. He's not.
But you need a guy who's effective over anything else. And if I think if Tuchel can unlock an effective Sterling, then it's a great signing. The only worry I have is he's taking a big downgrade in quality around him when he's going from Man City to Chelsea. So I'm interested to see, does Sterling become the leader of the attack? Does Sterling improve the players around him? I'm interested to see how that happens, but I do think I'm pretty sure he'll be on the left, right? That's where he's always kind of played under Pep. If Chilwell comes back fit and plays like he was at the beginning of Chelsea season, Chilwell and Sterling can be a pretty nasty left wing. So, and Chilwell plays pretty high up. So I think this is a really good signing, a step in the right direction for Chelsea. No BS or anything. This is a genuine good signing. It's none of that Rafinha bull crap or anything.
Okay. Also, Sona, Sterling, man. I mean, do you think that we dodged a bullet in Rafinha? That despite my excitement for wanting a flamboyant Brazilian, this was maybe the smarter and more wiser signing over maybe a far more riskier Rafinha who could be Malcolm 2.0.
I mean, Like this guy Eric Romano right here, he says you guys are going to sign Jules Koundé for 70 million, and what's it called? The other guy Rafinha for 80 million or something, and in the end, you guys get two better players for cheaper. How does that work? How is that supposed to happen? You're supposed to be wrong, and then you get nobody, but instead you get better players for cheaper. It makes no sense. How does that
didn't
happen?
say. Well, first of all, I didn't mention any prices, and I don't think I said we're getting Rafinha. I don't think I said that. So
No, not Dembele. Dembele. That's the one that you said you were getting. So it's like you get even with Dembele, like you get two pretty much better players for guys that would have gone for more expensive. So it's Todd B is clearly doing some good work behind the scenes. Because I'm surprised that Sterling went for 47.5. That's very cheap for a 27-year-old that has the potential to be a seriously good player in the Premier League. Like
I think maybe it's because. So okay, let's not get to our real talk. How should we receive the fact that 27 years old going for that cheap for a guy who's still in the Prem and so forth? What?
Last year of his contract.
Yeah, last year of his contract. Yeah.
So this isn't City sloppy seconds.
Look, you can keep saying that if you want, but for me, it doesn't work like that for me, man.
But it's also, I think Sterling realizes he's not going to be. He's not that player anymore at City. Like he doesn't have that. He needs a new setting. Like clearly, what happened with that open goal miss affected him really badly to the point where he had two terrible seasons for Man City. But when he was in a different environment, playing for England, he actually played really well, and you could see this guy actually has good potential. I think just at Man City, he feels the burden of that still, and that's something that really affects him. I think this Chelsea move is going to revitalize him. I think he's actually it's a fantastic signing. Both your signings are ridiculously good. I don't understand how this happened. Like, what is this crap? The people that say this crap about Chelsea not getting top 4 next season, as long as you guys sign another fullback and another attacker.
Also, why do you want to know how it's happened?
Yeah. I mean, he seems like he's listening to people that know about football. So
you see,
so
that's
far,
when
so
you
good.
hit it. That's when you play it. You don't play when you haven't signed anybody yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
No. Look, see, my thing is, I have to just maybe try to. I've got to be a lot more mature. It is what it is. I am obsessed with dribblers. I'm obsessed with flamboyant players, and I want a new Hazard. And we're going to speak about Hazard. We're going to talk Hazard. But I have to be professional. Hokage, we're going to talk about yes. That's actually the main topic. So we're actually building up to the main topic because yes, I'm going to talk about my guy. But the thing is that I have to be more mature. Get the right players who can help the team. Sterling, I think, is a much smarter signing than Rafinha. I think Rafinha, you could be fooled. Because I'm like, he's Brazilian, he could do a few steps over there. But okay, can he be effective? Can he help us win games? Sterling, as we're seeing, he's EPL proven. We know that he can score goals, and we know that he can be very dangerous either for Man City or for international. So it is always about trying to just improve and just get those main dudes in there. Oh gosh, is this Cole? Cole.
What's going on, bro?
All right, cool. Sorry, Osuna, continue.
And it looks like Tuchel really believes that he can get the best out of him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have signed him, obviously. So it's a thing of the manager thinks I see something in this player that I think that he can do better than what Werner can give me.
On that point, then, are we now saying that Tuchel never wanted Lukaku? Because if Tuchel wants Lukaku because he thought he could get the best out of him, then I'll be worried.
Well, I don't think that's... Well, let's put it this way. It's different ownership. So maybe Bram made that signing for himself, but Todd B actually was talking with Tuchel.
Let's hope so. Okay, Cole, talk to me. Sterling to Chelsea. How do you rate this signing for Chelsea? Did we get a dub here?
Very good signing. He adds depth to the squad. Well, and that's what I think. I mean, he's not a Neymar. I understand HHU wanted a Neymar. But you got another pace merchant.
Relax.
Oh no, he's good. He's good. HH. Like I said, the thing about Sterling is, he had to play under Pep's system, And every time you had to play under Pep's system, the way Pep wanted him to play is the way he had to play. Now he's gonna have the freedom to do what he wants to do, play the way he wants to play. And I think he could get, I could say probably he could get a couple of goals this season. I think he's a very good player, and he's going to be integral to Chelsea Premier League title race this season. I think Chelsea, HH, if they get Koulibaly like I'm hearing, and Sterling, they got a really good chance of competing for
Cole, you weren't
League City
supposed to. You
because
weren't supposed to say that, Cole. You're
Cole,
supposed to say
Cole,
that.
yeah,
no,
Francis
Eric,
is top four.
Cole, I don't need you jinxing anything. Cole, I don't need you jinxing anything.
HH, let me tell you something. How strong is Liverpool this season? That's the question. Are they
Strong
really
enough,
that
strong
strong?
enough. I'm not
Oh,
disrespecting Liverpool or thing. I'm never disrespecting them. So relax. Hold on. Let me get some dubes. Shout out to your boy TKO. Bayern wants 50 mil. But wait, how many levers do Barca are every single time I'm seeing these guys are activating levers like they're in some kind of like Zelda dungeon or something, man. What are those levers that these guys are activating, man? It's clowns. Yeah, well look. I think they said that this new lever they'll activate will give them like 300 million. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, wow. But these guys, they're sacrificing a lot. So these guys better pay up, man. Javi better say what's up. Rodrigo Rodgers, man. Think of it up. Can you talk about Chelsea fans losing their minds because we're selling a testy baby called Colwell and questioning Koulibaly and Kimpembe by is crazy. Now, we'll get to the whole Koulibaly thing, but let me just quickly break this down. The Colwell thing, it is what it is. Chelsea fans, it's about who the manager wants. I told you, if the manager doesn't want Conor Gallagher, he just wants Conor Gallagher. Do you know the thing that angers me about some fans? They get orgasmic if a player from the academy comes through because everybody wants the Disney Plus story. Oh my gosh, this is going to be the new John Terry and so forth. Relax. If a player is that good, they'll show it and they'll come through. If they don't come through, it is what it is. You go out and get a player. I am much better with a Koulibaly than a Levi Colwell. Kimpembe, I don't want that guy anywhere near Stamford Bridge. I don't want that guy in West London. I don't even want that guy on the British Isles.
No, but you said it's about
Eric. If I see Kimpembe come anywhere near around, shoot on sight.
No, but Tuchel wants him, right?
With paper bullets, with rubber bullets.
Tuchel wants him.
I don't care what. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want that guy around. No.
He went to Champions League final under Tuchel.
No. Casey again. Eric Zone. We are paying Lewandowski 50 mil and 58 for Ra. With money that you don't have. I get it. With money that you don't have. Casey again, who says Rafinha and Us are there to create space for Lewandowski. That's if Rafinha actually is effective. You know, Rafinha can be Malcolm 2.0. I'm just saying, he could be Malcolm 2.0. So again, you could have wasted 70 mil on a dot because I think Barca used to waste money. How much was Coutinho? How much was the side chick Griezmann? There we go. Wingarella. If Todd B gets Lewa, Almari. Okay, all right. Thank you, Wingarella. Thank you for that, man. Cheers. Thank you, bro. Thank you for that. Dajo RAF. Real Madrid just won the Champions League and League. If Barca get Lewandowski, how the F are Barca going to have a better window than us? Perez spend the Mbappe money. Look, I think most of the money was spent on Germany. I don't think Real are going in for anyone. Although we could be getting some guy off of you. But yeah, look, it's true that Real have not really been that active. Well, they got Rudiger and they got Chouameni, but apart from that, I'm not sure who else that they're going to get. Because they need to get a replacement for your boy Benzema. Benzema won't be around.
No. They need Rhys James, HH. Rhys James.
Rhys Cole.
He's
Maybe
coming.
there's what
He's coming.
Eric.
He's coming.
He has signed a blood pact with Chelsea. He's at Chelsea for life. I'm sorry, he's not going anywhere. So guys, the news keeps getting better. The news keeps getting better. Now you see, I may not be as excited. No, I'm content with Sterling. With Sterling. But Eric, I'm very excited about Koulibaly. This is one that I am very happy about because this is what you call a proper defender. Like for me, I thought Rudiger under Tuchel was great. But everyone said, okay, back three tags. I don't know. Back four, back 3, 5, 6, 7. Put him anywhere. This guy is a proper quality defender. I fully vouch for this guy. Now, he may not be Koulibaly of 2017, 2018 when he was one of the best defenders in the world. Yes, he spent too much time at Napoli and so forth. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, this is a damn good signing. And Eric, I want him to... Here's my thing. Thiago Silva is captain. He has to be deputy captain. Jorginho, I don't want Jorginho anywhere near that captain's armband. I don't want to get anywhere near that freaking armband. Eric, how excited are you about Kalidu?
Easy, relax.
Dubali. What?
Don't start. You might actually drink some. No. Look, I'm very excited. This is a dream signing for me. It's perfect. Honestly, it's perfect. I don't even care about the whole 2017. I was listening to the other stream with Red. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, he's not 2017. Who cares? He's still one of the best centre backs in the world. He's still fantastic. Quality signing, huge. It is the one of the two signings I was hoping for, and I told you HH. I told you a while ago. I wanted Koulibaly, and I wanted a Skriniar. That's what I wanted.
I never rated Kunde. I never rated Kunde, man.
Yeah, maybe we'll still sign. I don't know what's happening with Kunde, but Koulibaly is the number one. If you could ask me what is the number one signing you would love to have as a defender, I would say Koulibaly. So it is honestly, it's amazing that we've signed Koulibaly. It's perfect. There's a connection there. If I know Thiago Silva won't play every game, but if we have our best, back line, it's probably going to involve Thiago Silva and Koulibaly in that partnership. And then we have Mendy at the back. Mendy is already teammates with Koulibaly with Senegal, and they all speak French. Right? Thiago Silva speaks French. Koundé and I keep saying Koundé. Why am I saying Koundé?
Forget that.
Thiago Silva speaks French. Koulibaly and Mendy speak French. So there's a connection there. There's a link there with the communication. So it's. Are you all right?
It's hot. It's hot.
Yeah, I'm boiling, but
I
have to do it. I have to wear the hoodie today. Look, so you know what? Fantastic signing. I couldn't be happier. It's just a start. I think I heard that we have to. We're going to try to make 6 signings, so 4 more to go. Let's see what we get, man. Honestly, I need a DM now. If I get a DM,
but Eric, who should we thank? Tadby. He's doing his thing. He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing.
And all those I'm gonna come for all these haters as well, these Chelsea haters, because it's not just other fans of other clubs. There are some Chelsea fans who were trying to count their what's the phrase? Count their chickens before they hatch. Yeah. So they were trying to put Todd Boehly in this box, trying to say, he's this, he's that. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know how to do the negotiations. He's not going to spend money. He's not willing to spend, and he's showing you that that's not true. He wants to make a statement. Okay, this is the first summer window after the fantastic new deal for the club that he's tried to sign for a long time. Tried to buy for a long time. Right, and he's showing you why you should put some faith in him, give him some time, and he's doing some stuff. I had a Chelsea fan. There was a Chelsea fan who said Todd Boehly isn't willing to spend, and then we get Sterling, and the same person is complaining about the wages, and I'm like, come on. I mean, Sterling was earning like 300k at City, so he's not going to get a reduced wage. He's going to get more, right, or the same amount that he was getting before. So you can't have it both ways. Like, Todd Boehly is doing good business, and you have to, when you see it, you have to give him credit. You have to. It's just a start, yeah. You can't get carried away, but it's a really good start. I can't lie. Like, these are two of the best options we could have gotten possible. So I'm pretty happy. Yeah.
Cool. Talk to me, man. Koulibaly, man.
Very good signing, HH. This is a guy who I think fits Tuchel's system. He can play in the back four. And that's what football is about, HH. If look, you could get a signing and the guy does not fit the system at all. Like he doesn't fit the criteria, he doesn't fit the project or anything.
Kimpembe.
Yeah.
I don't want Kimpembe anywhere near that bridge. Cole, I didn't crack a joke. Cole,
Yeah.
I didn't crack a joke. Cole, I'm being serious. This is not a joke. I don't want that guy anywhere near that bridge. If I see Kimpembe even trying to cross that bridge, I'm taking a rocket launcher. Have you seen Mission Impossible? I'll be on a chopper and I'm going to buy a helicopter and everything. Hey, that guy is not crossing that bridge of Stamford, man. No way.
Kimpembe, I mean, you never know though. Look, Kimpembe had
I never know. No, I do know. I don't want him anywhere near my club.
He had a good 2017 though. He had a good 2017.
Talk about Lidu. Talk about Lidu, man.
Okay.
Talk about Lidu.
Yeah. Anyways, your boy Lidu. He's a very good signing, HH. I really like this signing, and I think it's a really good Rudiger replacement. One thing also that I would say is that he decided to not go to Juventus, which is good because if you went to Juventus, HH, I'm sorry to say that team Juventus is really bad. Like they're just terrible. They're just really terrible. Like, I mean, I understand like Juve has like some of these players, for example, the likes of Chiesa and so forth. But I think yes, he could have gone to Juve, but I think Chelsea is the better option because marketing wise, people sell your shirts too. Like you're gonna get you get what I'm trying to say, you're gonna get more of a name in England than let's say Italy, you know. So I'm really happy he chose Chelsea over Juventus, to be honest. But yeah, he was good in 2017, 2018 when Ancelotti was coaching Napoli. I think he suits Tuchel's system like a hand in a glove, HH. This is a really good sign. Like I said, HH, this really boosts your chances of really
easy.
No, Eric. No, you guys think I'm joking. Liverpool ain't good. Liverpool are not good this season.
Talk over this guy. Talk over this dude. Lidu.
Yeah, another good signing. It's nothing to do with whether he's a system or not. He's just a good defender. So you send a very good defender for a relatively good price. And he's only 32 at this point. Defenders are playing until they're 38 very, very well, right? So
the age doesn't matter, man.
You have 5-6 years or 4 or 5 years of a quality defender in your team. That's great. 40 million for that. I mean, these Chelsea guys, man. They're actually moving well the window now. Like we all thought it was bad when you were signing no one, and then suddenly they pop up with two of the best signings they could have had. Like they're looking good. I think this new ownership is actually working out.
Osasuna ain't done yet. He ain't done yet. He's just starting.
Probably not. I think you guys still need a couple more guys, maybe in fullback and attacking positions. But I think how Koulibaly will sync up with Thiago Silva, who is someone who is just experienced.
The night is still young, dear sire. We have time. Remember, like the window closed in September or so. So just relax, chill. Also, remember, so you know that's Alonso's goal. You know that goal was clean in the UCL. Osuna, we'll meet again in the UCL. We shall meet again, dear child. We shall meet again in the UCL. Osuna, I'll see you again. I'll see Osuna. Wait, that's what I'm saying.
We probably won't.
Osuna, we'll see you again in the UCL, and this time we'll finish what we started. Okay, we'll finish what we started. Okay, baby steps.
Yeah,
baby steps.
The only thing you're finishing is third in your group. So we won't meet in the Champions League, unfortunately. I think that the way Koulibaly works in Chelsea's team is that Thiago Silva is, he's the more experienced player, but at the same time you have two much older guys, so they know how to shore it up. I think he's going to move back to the four at the back. I don't think you guys have another center back that's actually worth playing. Chalobah is maybe good from the bench, but I think those are your two good centre backs. Like use those two. Those two know how to play in a back four.
Also, we are all friends here and everything. Say it. That bomber's clown, known as Francis Ponka's piece of crap Lampard, let's go off tomorrow. Who went to go and win a thingy with Milan? So it's fine. We'll say. Also, if you're scared, I'll say it. I'll say it. Lampard, you dumbass clown. You dumbass clown for allowing tomorrow to go. I don't care what you did as a player. You dumbass clown. You absolute loser.
No, HH, no. I have to push back. Before I push back, though, I forgot to mention. You were mentioning about maybe Rafinha being dodging the bullets. I think we definitely dodged the bullets with the Ligt thing because I didn't want the Ligt.
That guy is
1,000%. That guy is trash,
and
that
he's
guy
Dutch.
Is so trash.
He'll know. That guy is fugazi. The Ligt is all hype. I'm so glad. But see, Eric, I don't want to tempt fate, but Eric, do you know things are sort of falling into place? Eric, just think about it.
No. HH, you're wrong.
Shut up, Eric. Just think about this. We could have had Malcolm. We could have had a Malcolm 2.0 in Rafinha. We dodged that, gave it to Barca. We could have. We chased Koundé for all this time. He ain't even that good. We got Koulibaly instead, and now we got Sterling. Eric, all we need is
Ake and Kimpembe.
Eric. All we need is. Sorry, I'm saying Eric. All we need is this. All we need is this.
Okay then.
Eric, if they announce this, Eric, I am checking into rehab. Eric, if they announce this, I will cry. I'm not a cry. I'm not very emotional. I will be in tears. But Eric, we're gonna get easy.
I'll be in different kind of tears.
Right, you'll be in tears.
Hokage, talk about Lido.
Premier League.
Hokage, talk to him about the Dubali, Ali Cat.
All right, so right there in the space of like 30 seconds, you gave him 5 different nicknames. So this isn't looking good for his future.
Oh, it's a jinx.
Okay, Hokage, talk about Khalidu Koulibaly. Hokage, talk about Khalidu Jeremiah Koulibaly.
You just called him Kalini Koulibaly?
You just
Khalidu Koulibaly, first of his name. Khalidu Koulibaly. Okay, streets.
First of his name.
Streets. His name is Khalidu Koulibaly. Streets. His name is Khalidu Koulibaly. Okay, go for it.
All right. As of now, July 13th, you just jinxed him. Now we're going to see what happens. But as of right now, before the jinx takes full effect, great signing. I mean, I get like 17, 18, 19 might have been his peak, but I feel like he had a little bit of a resurgence because if I remember correctly, he didn't start too strong for Napoli this past season, but then he kind of grew into the season. Kind of like Mane didn't start off strong, but then AFCON.
No, they started off well. He started off really well. They went like 10 games in Napoli in general.
Napoli in general,
like
but
10 games.
His performances were still all right, but then AFCON hit, and then he just grew and grew, and I think this is a good signing. He's a defender, so like 30, 31 years old. Who really cares? Defenders can play up to 37 at a really high level if they take care of themselves, evidenced by Thiago Silva at your club. So that's a really experienced center back partnered up with probably the most experienced center back after Sergio Ramos, if not even more experienced than Sergio Ramos in Europe right now. So I mean, this is just another step in the right direction. And HH, I hate to say it, but ever since that, whatever her name is, ever since she left, these are good signings.
Speak on it.
So I don't want to say it.
Look, Hokage, look, once again.
Relax, she won awards. She won awards.
All I'm saying is this. Ever since the Wicked Witch of the West left the building, we've been cooking. We've been on that Gnabry James Harden state of mind, man. Okay, we've been having that James Harden and Gnabry thing. But look, all I'm saying is that the night is young. Because guys, I told you, there's still a long way to go. Core, there's a long way to go of the transfer markets. Core, relax. Core, I'm relaxed. I'm chilled. I'm chilled. Let's take some Dubase, man. Okay. Pro Black FC. I'm proud of the black representation at Real Madrid. #ProBlack. 100%. But I told you, man. This is Real Madrid. Black on that piece. QCA.
We're moving back.
Sterling equals effective, but Rafinha and Dembele bring creativity. One from the hospital, another one from the favelas. Interesting, QC. It's interesting, that one, QC. But we'll hopefully... I enjoy Malcolm 2.0, man. Rodrigo Rodgers. Tuchel making CFC black again. Great coach. All I'm saying is that there's a coach who is getting rid of black players and a coach who's embracing black players. That's what I'm saying. Eric, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. Casey. Koulibaly, great. But if he fails, Serie tax double. Casey, don't put that into the airports. Relax. Don't put that into the house. Just relax. Relax. Chill.
If he fails, I know who I'm blaming, but...
I know. Elsie. Bayern has French and Dutch Maguire now.
Yo,
Did they actually get the leg?
I don't get
it's terrible. He plays handball. He plays handball. He plays a different
I think
sport.
you guys are being harsh to Delict.
You guys are way too harsh on Delict.
Way too harsh,
Awful.
yeah.
No.
He's one of the worst defenders I've ever seen.
No. Okay, let's be real. He's not trash. He's not Eric Garcia. Okay, he's not that guy. But the guy makes mistakes. Now he is young. But I just think that the guy. Put it this way, him and Tomori, I think, are of similar ages. So I have more faith in Tomori than him, and they're both of a similar age.
No, but HH, you say that he's not trash, but he makes mistakes. Isn't that the mark of a trash defender? A defender who makes mistakes often?
You level up. Level up.
No. But also that's my thing. I don't think he makes as many mistakes as, let's say, a Longley or Eric Garcia. Those guys make about 3, 4, 5 mistakes every single game. I don't think he's up to that degree. So it's the volume of mistakes.
No, but when he makes a mistake, though, it's such a huge mistake that it's so costly, and it costs the team immediately.
Yeah, I mean, look,
at Bayern, he's gonna explode. I don't care. He's gonna explode.
I think he'll do well in Bayern, to be honest.
All right, so hold on, Casey. HH giving us yearly receipts. Thank you. I'm not giving any receipts. I'm saying that I'm very humble. Ferran Torres skinned him. You see, do you know how wild guys are? Guys will use one clip of a defender like being beaten, and they'll be like, "Oh, this guy's trash." Ashley Cole is one of the best defenders I've ever seen. You can show me a clip of him getting completely owned.
Did you just say Cole is one of the best defenders you've ever seen?
No. I said what's it called? Ashley Cole. Cole. No, not Cole. So here's the thing. So guys, now this is where things get emotional.
Disney Plus, you mean?
Eric, I need you just to walk with me. Eric, are you gonna walk with? Eric, are you willing to walk with me? Eric, it's just you don't know. I didn't say you have to agree with me. Are you willing to walk with me?
Okay, I can try.
Streets. Shout out to the members out there. Shout out to Football Hot members. Shout out to the Content Crack Addicts. Shout out to the streets. Streets, I need you to walk with me. Streets, I need you to walk with me. Just let me cook. I cannot even put into words how depressed I have been with this Hazard move to Real Madrid. See, guys, here's my thing. Guys, I'm a very simple man. I spend a lot of my time watching YouTube compilations. Okay, I idolize players. So yes, I support teams and so forth, but I idolize players. And one of the things I enjoy doing is watching compilations. Do you know what it means? Eric, Hokage, Osasuna, Core, Streets. Do you know what it means? That every time I'm on Twitter, Hazard is trending. I click on it. I don't see Burger King. I don't see McDonald's. I don't see Wendy's. I see compilations of how good this guy was. And guys, yeah, he was top 3. He was top 3. I don't know what this man's club did to my guy. I don't know what they did. But all I know is this.
My name is Osasuna.
All I know is that he needs help. Real Madrid said they're being open to selling him. Eric, you said you'd work with me. Eric, you said you'd work with you. You don't have to, but Eric, hear me out. Eric, let me use an analogy. Do you know when let's say you were in a house, and in this house, you were happy, things were going well because you knew the decor. You knew the living room. You knew the sitting room. You knew where to find the remote under the sofa. You now move over to another house. It's in a different country, different place. It smells different. The sofa feels weird. You can't walk the remote. The garden feels weird. The neighbors are annoying. I don't even get on with the freaking neighbors. Eric, they might be racist. But
The food was good, though. The food was good.
the foot is,
What does that have to do with Hazard?
That is a little bit iffy. But here's the thing, though. Eric, but then I'm like, you know what? I miss home. Eric, remember when you left?
How do you know?
Eric. Remember when you left home for the first time and you went to like school and everything and you were like, damn it, you miss home. And then when you come back home for long time, you're like, oh my gosh, that smell. That's familiarity. And
I
suddenly
remember
you've
it.
now changed.
Thanks for reminding me. Thank you. Yes.
So, Eric, my thing is, it could fail. It could be Disney Plus. It could be sentimental. Isn't it worth a shot?
Okay,
Eric,
so
isn't it worth a shot for Hazard? Come back home. Come back to the blue. Come back to familiar surroundings, a familiar environment where you are loved. Eric, I'll meet him at the airport. Eric, I'll carry his freaking bags. Eric, I'll guide him through. And Eric,
You're such a sim.
I'm speaking fluent UCL. I'm speaking fluent UCL. Please, if you don't understand it, I'm speaking fluent UCL to Eric.
UCL.
Also,
Why are you
I'm
talking about Hazard?
I'm speaking fluent UCL. Eric. Streets! Are you saying that it is not worth Chelsea dipping in and going in for a Hazard? Eric, please talk to me. Are you saying that you wouldn't even entertain the idea?
okay, so there are some times in life where it doesn't feel like it doesn't seem like it.
Eric, look at him. Eric, look at him. Look at him. Look at this
Look at
dude.
that fat ass. Look at that ass. Look at that ass.
So
Also, soon.
there are times when you just have to let go. You know, it's the better decision to just let go. It seems like, oh, how can I let go of this precious thing? How can I? It's too difficult. It hurts too much. It's so I have such an attachment. But you have to let go. If you want to move forward, you have to let go. I let go of Hazard 3 years ago. I let go of him.
Wait, so Eric,
He's
you're
gone.
saying, so Eric, you're saying I have to let go.
Yeah, you have to. Even if he comes back, he's nowhere near what he used to be. You'll feel even worse that you put him through that. Imagine him going through everything happened at Madrid, and then he comes back, and he's even worse for Chelsea. And then the Chelsea fans, you know how the Chelsea fans can be. They won't spare anybody. If they can call Lampard, who is a legend, Fat Frank, you know what's going to happen to Hazard, right? So, are you willing to risk all of that? One of our best ever players,
So Eric,
getting dragged. No, I'm finished. One of our best ever players getting criticized by his own fans.
Eric, while you're saying this, I want you to look at that image. No, keep talking. But as you're talking, I want you to look at that image.
Okay,
As you're
I
talking.
remember that, by the way.
Eric, look at the image. Look.
Yeah, I'm looking. That was against West Ham. He dribbled through the whole team and he scored the goal. I remember that
Bro,
goal.
his face is like half the size.
Eric.
And that was a nice kiss, by the way. HH, it is what it is, man. That is 2019 Hazard. That's one of the best ever. That might have been the best ever Hazard. I think he was the second player to get double-digit goals and assists, apart from Messi that season, and we won the Europa League as well. Look, that Hazard's gone.
Wait, sorry. Streets, can you please stop spamming burgers and fries in the streets, please? Can you please stop spamming burgers and fries? That is very, very rude and very disrespectful. Fat shaming is now a crime in 2022. I will say one last time. Stop spamming burgers and
Bro,
fries. Eric,
if you
continue.
see it, they're gonna continue doing it.
Eric, continue, please.
Look, it's bad enough that rival fans are making fun of this guy, and they're doing it because they know that it hurts you as well. But do you really want to see proper Chelsea fans making fun of Hazard, calling him names? Is that really what you want?
Eric,
that's what's
fight
gonna
them. I'd fight them. Okay, so Eric, you're saying you've seen that Hazard is finished. It's gone. No more. That's
yeah.
Also, Sona, why did your club ruin Hazard?
We had nothing to do with this. What are you talking about? This is all down to Hazard. He was just he made it. He thought I made it, and then he chose to relax instead of actually keeping up the intensity. So that's why it failed. If he goes back to Chelsea, you're gonna have this guy in the Brick Academy after 3 months. Like if you start witnessing what he actually does for you and how he affects your team, and the bad performances he has and the lack of fitness, you're gonna have this guy in Class A in no time. Because you're going to be like, what is this crap? I asked you to come back. I preach for you. And then you show up like this. And then you play like crap. So I don't understand why you want him. Like it's going to be even more trauma if he comes to Chelsea. I think your best bet for anything happening to Hazard is that he moves to the MLS and he can ball and have as much Burger King as he wants over in America. We have a lot of good stuff here. Chick-fil-A, Rising Cane's, it's really good. Rising Cane's is fantastic. He would love Rising Cane's chicken fingers. Whataburger's always open 24/7. So there's a lot of things that Hazard can have here, and I think he would really enjoy it here. There's a lot of good teams, right? Bale came. He can play golf with Bale even, right? I'm pretty sure they were friends at Madrid. So yeah, there's a lot of options here for him.
Before I go to Hokage, say Eric, that's why Eric, why is life so cruel? Eric, do you know what would be fair in life? What would be fair in life is if Hazard was able to come back. Eric, I've never seen a guy insulting and abused the way that Hazard gets assaulted and abused. And Eric, if life is fair, he makes a comeback and shuts everyone up. And why can't that happen? Because Eric, you know how much joy he brought to us. Eric, you know Eric, you know how much joy this guy brought to us. You know how the smiles he puts on our faces. Eric, wouldn't it be fair for him to come back and do something? Hold that thought. Hokage, talk to me.
Here's the thing. Like, I think it's funny the way
Hazard gets... mute your mic. We can hear your blowing.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think it's funny. I laugh, but honestly, Hazard was one of my favorite players to watch when he was, pre-Madrid. Like, no one can deny that he was a fantastic, amazing, just like, he was an amazing player. And I understand, HH, that Disney Plus, you want him to come back. You obsessed with having Lala, Salini, Salami, Goo, whatever the hell you call it, Goo Goo Gaga. Like, what? I know you want that back, but HH, I haven't seen Hazard perform even a La. Not Lala. You like Lala, right? He hasn't even done a La. HH, he hasn't done a La in like years.
Okay, relax. Okay.
So that's the problem, HH. I haven't even seen shadows of Lala.
He needs to show you something. He has to show you something.
Like, give me that Lala. Give me that.
It's like, can I get a Lee? Can I get a Sam? Can I get?
I want to have hope, HH. I want the old Hazard back, but there's zero shadows of it. There's not even a Star Wars.
Okay, relax. He got the assist this season against Alaves.
Okay. What would it take for me just to give up hope? Completely just say it's not going to happen. Why do I keep holding on?
Change the name of your channel.
Because I keep holding on to this and he keeps on screwing me up. Every time I'm like, this is the time he'll get injured. This is the time he performs badly. This is the time he gets injured in that Euros quarterfinal. Like, how do I just let go?
HH, I don't know. HH, sometimes I cling on to your hope. I see your hope. I'm like, wow, he's coming back. Like, because, football is missing dribblers. And I do miss 18, 19.
Hokage, badly.
Yeah.
18, because I can't live in a world where Salah and De Bruyne are the benchmark. No, I refuse. I refuse to live, because for me, I believe I was put on this earth. I was put on this earth to fight for the techniques. I'm here to fight for the credibility of the techniques. We cannot. It is my duty. It is my duty here to ensure I fight against guys like Salah and De Bruyne being the benchmark. You can be there and so forth. But we need these dudes. Streets, you a-holes, you losers, you absolute pathetic a-holes in the chat. We need this figure. He was top 3. You losers, he was top 3. I don't care what anyone says. He was top 3.
And I agree with that. It was just like there's agents. I swear to God, in three, it's 3 seasons now, right? At Madrid, I'm not tripping. It's 3 seasons now. I haven't seen a shed of the technique. I haven't seen. I think I saw it one time where he had like a beautiful backheel assist, and guess what? It was offside, so he couldn't even take the confidence from that and just like start something. It's just, it sucked, man. Like 18-19 Hazard, man, that guy, wow. 18-19 Hazard was an amazing player, and I laugh at Hazard now, but when I look back at that, I'm like, bro, ever since Hazard, no one in the Premier League has done anything close to what Salah was. No, sorry, not Salah. Close to what Hazard was doing that season, the dribbling and everything. Because it's all becoming systems, and managers are the main guys. We've talked about this on this channel. Like, managers are the key players now. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate. I mean, the only hope I have is coming back to Chelsea. But as Eric says, HH, you feel the pain now. But if Hazard comes back to Chelsea, if Hazard comes back and does the same things he was doing at Madrid, he starts getting this abuse from Chelsea fans. HH, you're in for a next level pain. You're in for a multiverse of pain, HH.
I can't even describe how I'll feel, man. Honestly, I might just pull my hair out if that happens, because I'm that whole Lampard thing, like, that was a problem for me, man. Because for me, I don't care how bad a human being a certain individual who HH loves is. For me, there are certain players that no matter what they like, these players mean a lot, to me as a Chelsea supporter. So the last thing I want is for that to happen again. And Hazard comes to Chelsea and his own fans start calling him names, start putting memes on Twitter. That would be very, very annoying. So I don't want it to happen.
HH, think about it like this. You have a girlfriend and it's all great, but then she has to leave, right? Because of her job or whatever, and so you end up breaking up because you don't want to do a long distance. And so she moves, and you hear after she broke up with you and after she moved, she became a mess. She became a complete disaster. She messed up her life. She became a different kind of person, and it's just everything became bad for her. Would you take her back? If she came calling for you, would you take her back?
Depends. Context.
And if she came back overweight as well?
Liposuction. Liposuction exists.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. I know. Also, we can't fact remember #MeToo. Cool. Talk to me. How's it, man? So what? So there's no point in Chelsea going in for this, man. No point. If he's for sale, no point.
HH, man. Man. That season, we had so much high expectations. The season he moved to Real Madrid. But unfortunately, Burger King has not even played a single minute this season, yo. And every minute he plays, he's done absolutely nothing. So Burger King,
he scored against Elche in the Copa.
Yeah. He's only played the Copa, and that's really it. And he did nothing there too. So, HH, you should stop believing in Burger King. I think.
Hold on, Cole. I'm sorry, Cole. What's so? I'm a little bit confused. What's so funny? What's the joke?
He's Burger King. He's Burger King. He's. I'm sorry, man. He's too fat.
I mean, like, isn't this borderline?
He's overweight. He's overweight. HH. He can't play football anymore. He can't play
blatantly
football.
Just said, yeah, this guy's fat.
His fitness levels is not there anymore. The way he used to play, his pizzazz, the lala that you keep talking about is done. Like, he doesn't have it anymore. It's over, HH. It's over. Like, that's what you don't understand.
It looks like he's playing in different sports.
Look. Let me tell you something, HH. Like someone like Frank Ribery, amazing example. Even after he played for Bayern, he stayed fit, and his fitness levels is still there, and he's still playing good. But with Hazard, after he left Chelsea, he didn't take it serious. His weight, when he went overweight, like not really. Also, like for example, the ball close control that he used to have. I used to say HH that your boy, right, compared to Messi's close control, is second to none. This guy's close control is amazing. Like I've never seen that close control. He doesn't even have that anymore either. He's lost it. HH. So you just have to get over Burger King, HH. It's just the reality. Sorry. I'm sorry, HH. I'm sorry, HH. I'm
I feel like
sorry.
HH was expecting a more positive conversation.
Yeah. I know, but no, it's the truth. It's the truth. I'm sorry, HH. But it's just reality, man. Burger King is done, man. He's done out over here,
This
man.
guy brought up Hazard like he's coming back to Chelsea. We've just signed Sterling and Koulibaly. He's gonna pop off for us. Instead, he gets a lecture about how this guy's gonna flop and how he should never ever even want him in this club again.
He could be
He gets a
even
lecture on
Lukaku
how Burger King
2.0.
works.
He could be Lukaku 2.0.
Call, shut up. Casey, only top 3 Zad got was in the fat competition. Hashtag R9. Thank you for that, Casey.
Indeed.
Dajo RF. Zad to Chelsea was just meant to be. I am Zad plus Asensio for RG and Kai. No. HH, you said RJ should leave if Real Madrid calls. I never said that. These players deserve more CLs. Hashtag compensation. I never said that. Reece James has signed a blood pact with Chelsea. He's never leaving for Real Madrid. QC8. McDonald's and Hazard wedding provided by Trasher Lona. All right. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Larry Morales. Out of a sudden, I'm craving. All right. Okay. There we go. Casey, Zad can come to NYCFC. Great pizza here. Oh, lovely. QC8, Hazard is a professional food connoisseur. Pizzard. Oh, there we go. This is wonderful. This is all wonderful, man. Casey, Lel flop will pay for crimes against dribblers. Yes, they will. Alps, damn, Hazard, that booty looks proper. Where he get it from? He got it from his mama. That's booty talking to me. Girl, hello. That's booty talking to me. Eric, doesn't it stress you, or doesn't it make you sad, the kind of abuse and insults this great player is receiving? And does it show how society has fallen? The fact that people resort to this kind of bullying to what was once a great player.
I mean, I get it. You know, a lot of it is because of yourself. You know, you.
I know, Eric. I know.
Obviously, it doesn't make me feel happy. It's not nice. Yeah, maybe some jokes are funny here and there, but
Nah, it's not funny.
for the most part, it's just. I mean, you hear a joke once, and it seems funny, you giggle a little bit, but for the most part, I'm just upset because I have an emotional connection with the player. You know, people who aren't Chelsea fans don't, so they'll just say whatever and they'll laugh, and you know, it's hilarious. Look at Hokage just laughing his head off. You know, he just can't help it. It is what it is. Like what people will never be able to take from me is the memories, right? I remember what he looked like when he was good. I remember how good he was, and I remember people trying to clutch at straws, underrating this guy when he was clearly the best player in this league called the Premier League. I mean, it was obvious. People talking about Salah because he scored how many goals? Nonsense. Like if you watch football,
Salah, man. Salah was never on this guy's level. Never.
Imagine-
Salah and De Bruyne were never on this guy's level at his peak. They never were, and they never will. And that's a fact.
It's ridiculous
that's a
comments. Imagine the kind of comparison people telling me that, oh yeah, Salah's better because he scores more goals.
No,
Nonsense.
Bro, those are guys that don't know football. Actually, they never have, and they'll never be at his level when he was at his peak. Never. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so those memories will never, like, I have those memories in my head.
If Real Madrid call, you might have to answer the call. Chelsea fans will attack me for saying this, and the message for me. But you know what? I have to be real. Yeah, sorry, I'm a complicated Chelsea fan and so forth, but I'm a football fan. And Reece James,
Real Madrid.
Osasuna. Eric, please continue and ignore that. Ignore that.
Was
That
that
never
was that
happened.
your twin?
That was
was
not.
your
No,
twin?
that Eric was
Your
nothing.
evil
It was
twin?
nothing.
Was your evil twin?
Eric. Eric
Okay.
was not. Eric. Just continue. It was nothing. Continue.
Okay. Yeah, look, no one can take those memories away from me. So that's it, man. That's it.
Shout to your boy Low. LL, can Chelsea calm down, please? No. And by the way, worry about Arteta and Gabriel Jesus. You worry about trying to get top four. We're trying to get a title. LC, laugh out loud. You bully Werner and Mount even more because they're trash.
No, Mount isn't trash.
You're allowed to bully trash players.
Mount isn't
Hazard
trash.
is one of the best players. Was one of the best players in the world, and as one of the best players in the world, he doesn't deserve this kind of abuse. And for me, I find it classless. I find it sad, and I find it's pathetic that you guys would insult a guy who was as good as he was. If you truly love football, you'd actually want Hazard to get back to his best. That's what makes me weird. So you're saying that you'd rather watch Salah and Salah and De Bruyne every week than a Hazard. Anybody that says that, you have mental issues. Simple. You have serious mental issues. So Eric, you wouldn't even consider Hazard. You wouldn't even consider it because you are sure that he's finished. Even if he was to come out to Chelsea, there is no move that could reinvigorate him. It's done.
I wouldn't even consider it on a free, because
Okay, all right.
I'm concerned about no, it's true.
Eric.
Look, I'm just being honest, man. I'm not saying he can't do anything, but most likely he won't. And the last thing I want is for him to flop at Chelsea. Like, he's already, for me, he's a Chelsea legend. So the last thing I want is a Chelsea legend to come back to the club, and then people start calling him names, and you know, he gets humiliated. It's enough, you know. It's more than enough from rival fans and, you know, fans who are not Chelsea fans. So if Chelsea fans join in, what does that look like?
Casey, football is dead if KDB Salah better than Pogba Zad. I agree. These are facts. Daja RF, Zad has been at Real Madrid for 3 years now. I just love how after we won the UCL, he told real fans, I'm going to really try next season. Bruh. Look, I think for me, Hazard, he was just joking, man. He was just having a laugh, man. Look, okay, guys, look, fair enough, man. I mean, you know, yeah, maybe he's done. But sue me for trying to have hope with one of the last truly great individuals. Sue me for trying to want someone to try to bring back the football that we all love back. Sue me for having that. I am just trying to champion the football that I think everyone wants. No one wants system merchants. You know, no one wants those. So that is what it is. So look, man, guys, it's been swell. Remember, guys, please hit that like button. Really, really appreciate it. If you could just drop a like. Please drop a like and subscribe if you're new. So shout out to your boy Eric, who's obviously going right now. Shout out to Osasuna. Shout out to your boy Hokage. Shout out to your boy Ko. We'll be back here on Friday. Friday, we'll be back here for a Friday live show to review those news. And we're going to be back on Saturday. Saturday, we'll have our open hangout, and that's where we're going to get the shortlist. Remember, guys, this Sunday is where we do the all-time UCL goals. Top 10 all-time UCL goals. And we're going to ensure the shortlist on Saturday. We're going to do the shortlist on Saturday and do the countdown on Sunday for the all-time UCL goals.
So are we coming back to Saturday hangout?
Yeah. We'll have a Saturday hangout, just like an open thing of just like anyone can just come and just have a talk about the various news things and so forth.
Did you say the next weekend we're doing top players from the 2010s?
No. So basically, this Sunday is all-time UCL goals. Yeah. Next Sunday is greatest players in the last 10 years.
Oh yeah, I like that.
That's the next Sunday, which is as good as going to be
one of these. So you guys, have to do greatest break moments.
Yes, I'll throw that greatest break for sure. So guys, shout out to you guys. Please hit that like button when you're out. Peace out. Stay true. One love. Peace.